What does Mobad's father know? What does he know? These are the questions or observation of a lot of people. Like, is there something? What is it that he knows? And that if it goes into discovery, a lot of things will happen, or a lot of things will be known that he's not comfortable with. A lot of insinuation here and there, rumors, opinion concerning Mohbad's family and his acquaintances. Till today, people have not been able to lay their fingers on the fact and proof of it. What exactly is the family of Mobad covering? Why is there so much lies? How come Cynthia is accusing Mohbad's father? Saying if we know. Same person is saying industry gods. And what about Mohbad's father? He went really hard on concubine, the picture of Cynthia being a transformer, the picture of Cynthia being a promiscuous woman. Well, I know you've heard a lot and you've seen a lot, but I want you to be prepared for this one. Be prepared for it. Be prepared for it. The thing about life is this: regardless of the lies, truth, when it steps in, all the years of lies, manipulation, all of it, truth, when it meets up, what it does is extraordinary. Still on justice for Mobad. I have looked at a lot of events and intentional cover-up, even from family members, manipulation. To them, making money was more important. After all, Mobad is gone. When we talk about life not being important to certain people, oh, they might say, oh, it's the government, it's this and that. Yes, the government played a role. They are supposed to take certain actions. They didn't take it. And when I say government, I mean the institution and the group of people that were instructed to carry out investigation. They did not. The public cannot by themselves execute. Let's say they even carry out this investigation. They cannot execute. What they can do is to press and pressure. All of this that happened, or that is happening, is as a result of certain group of people who refuse to dig deeper. Well, even if they did not or they do not want to, I guess that's the reason why we are here, to make sure that institutions such as the police do the needful. But then, what is it about this family you're about to discover? You're about to see, you're about to hear what you've never heard before. Please like, share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Let's get right into it. Still on Justice for Mobad.
But they might have used a connection to get somebody in government to deceive the public. Because at the end of the day, responding to the public when the family are not ready to push anything. Because our family to you see court one, you come witness one, witness, you come evidence there, only evidence there. So it could be that way, or whatever the case may be. We are closer, and we will get it very soon by the special grace of God. The entire battle, you call on your boy. But other options who are low. But we will continue to dig until we get the truth out. Everybody. Until they are nipped in the bud.
Èmi náà ti ronú sí ẹ bá rí wípé ní in the first place ní kéèsì yìí bàbá yẹn fún ara ẹ̀ ń pariwo ìyàwó ọmọ ẹ̀ yẹn ó ń pariwo ìyàwó ọmọ ẹ̀ yẹn, ó ń pariwo ẹ̀ kúkankúkan. Ṣùgbọ́n tẹ bá wò ó láti àkókò kan wá, gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ìyàwó ọmọ ẹ̀ gan dá idán lẹ́nu ẹ̀. Òun fún ara ẹ̀ gan, ó dà ń pé òun gan ó bias lọ, ó turn kúrò ní justice pátápátá bíi pé kò tiẹ̀ ní interest sí mọ́. Mo wá jókòó, mo wá wò ó lọ́jọ́ kan wípé ṣé kò ń ṣe wípé in the first place nígbà tó kọ́kọ́ ń pariwo tó dà pé ó ń wá justice yẹn gidigidi, kò tí ì mọ nǹkan kan nígbà yẹn. Kó wá jẹ́ wípé later ní ìgbà tó wá bóyá wọ́n wá open up fún, tó wá mọ gbogbo nǹkan tán, tó wá rí pé tí ìyàwó ọmọ bá go down, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nínú ilé ògo á go down. Mo wá wò ó pé àbí òun ló jẹ́ kó kúkú yọwọ́ kúrò nínú ẹ̀, kó kúkú yọwọ́ kúrò nínú wíwá justice fọmọ yẹn pátápátá. Mo rò ó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, mi sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí bẹ́ẹ̀ bí mo ṣe rò ó nìyẹn o. Ohun tí mo ní kí n jùkú wá kí wá sọ nìyẹn.
Mọ́mì iṣẹ́ rọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ sọ yìí ṣé ń gbọ́ mi mà?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ mo gbọ́ yín.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé bàbá Mohbad wọ́n ti ìgbà tọ́rọ̀ yìí kọ́kọ́ gbóná girigiri, bàbá Mohbad ní lọ́ọ̀yà kan.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn ó kú mọ́ bàbá Mohbad. To my best understanding, tí ì bá ṣe pé bíyá owó tó ti ń wọnú access bàbá Mohbad as of that time, ó yẹ kí bàbá Mohbad lè lò fún lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn fair enough, kí lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn dẹ̀ ti advice ẹ̀ legally pé bàbá tó bá yẹ pé bọ́rọ̀ yìí ṣe rí rèé, pa mí sílé má pa mí síta, á bẹ́tà kẹ́ kúkú jáde kẹ́ sọ pé kẹ́ ṣe bí àbí ọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ ti fìdájọ́ lẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ lọ́hùn o, gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣókùnkùn níwájú kí kẹ́ ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, àbámọ̀débí ta dé yìí. Tó bá yẹ pé bàbá Mohbad tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n nà tó fún lọ́ọ̀yà ẹ̀,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní òkú òkín farapamọ́ fẹ́ni tó máa sín. Ká ní bàbá Mohbad ti ṣe ìṣe pé bí ẹ gbà mí o bàbá, gbogbo ohun tí mo mọ̀ lélẹ̀, ibi tí mo mọ̀ dé, ìbẹ̀rẹ̀, ìbú, ìró, everything lélẹ̀, ẹ gbà mí. Mo mọ̀ pé màá yẹn máa ti advice mi.
bàbá wo ló fẹ́
Bàbá
sọ fún
Mohbad
ṣé sáà
ẹ jẹ́ kí play bíbá ẹ̀ fún yín ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ sábà ẹni 2023 17 September ẹ jẹ́ kí
ẹ
play
lọ
kan sí
gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ sábọ́ọ̀dù dáadáa sẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹ máa gbọ́ ọ̀kan tó sọ bíbá yìí.
For get pop, àwọn ọmọ street yẹn they must enroll you.
ó ní wọn sọ ẹ máa gbọ́ o.
ọmọ yẹn ó gbé drug láti lọ supply. ṣé Colorado kan wọ́n pè kó ló ṣàbí nǹkan ní kò ní ṣe Colorado bíi tiẹ̀ mọ̀ bí ẹ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ owó lórí kẹ́ndì torí bí ò bá máa mú torí wọ́n ń tàrà sọ mi pé ikú tó pọ̀ mọ́ yẹn based on drug ni. ìgbà tí ó ti tèrò owó drug yẹn ṣe onílé tí wọ́n nílé kiri tó ń pariwo pé wọ́n pe màmá ẹ̀ wọ́n pe bàbá ẹ̀ dẹ̀ mọ̀ sí. wọ́n wí pé ìdáhùn bú bàbá ẹ̀ yẹn ìbéèrè bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ sí bàbá ẹ̀ wọ́n á rí pé kò yẹ ká dẹ́ṣẹ̀ these people tí o bá ti wà ní kákọ́sì wọn ẹbí à lọ sí tí ọmọ akó kí bàbá òtún kú bí gbàláyìn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan lè kì í ṣe pé ọmọ yẹn hallucinate kì í ṣe pé ọmọ yẹn hallucinate kì í ṣe pé ọmọ yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ drug kì í ṣe pé ọmọ yẹn sùn káàkiri ní nínú tó ń kiri eventually bó ní wọ́n ṣe bá wọn ní akájí fún wọn fi sọ fún bẹ́ẹ̀ akájí wọn lè yí ọ̀run àdónú afáyé ti sí òwò ọ̀tẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mo ní fọ́mántì mi ní yàrá wọ́n ní kò dé sẹ́tọ̀ wọ́n ní pé tó o bá mu ẹ̀kọ́ kó jẹ́ pọ́pù àwọn ọmọ street yẹn they must enroll under their academy wọ́n wá gbé drug fún ọmọ yẹn sometimes ago ẹ̀yà báwo ṣe tó dangerous ní drug ó lè gbé ó lè gbà ní ìgbà mẹ́tọ̀ máa ní kókó gbé lọ fún ẹ̀tọ́ fẹ́ supply ẹ̀ on gun point wọ́n máa gba drug yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọn ní fún wọn ní kọ́bọ̀ ìyẹn ní líle tó ń lé kiri tó ń pariwo tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé wíwò tí bàbá ẹ̀ ń wò gan ẹkún ìṣesù bàbá ẹ̀ ń wò sùn bí orí ẹran ni because wọ́n ti tẹ́sí yẹn àwọn kàbá là ń sọ yìí wọ́n ti tẹ́sí yẹn tí a máa sọ fáwọn ọmọ wa náà ni kò ju wípé.
mò ń bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ wá ti tẹ̀ ń béèrè yẹn gan wá mò ń bọ̀.
Ẹ lọ wo lórí YouTube sista oyin kọ́.
wọ́n ló máa post ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn ló post àwọn èèyàn ló máa
lórí
post.
Ẹ wo lórí YouTube Ronke Salami.
ṣebí tó ti sọ pé tó bá gbé ayọ̀ lè wù mí lóbò ṣó lẹ ń sọ sísá ṣàbí sísá ṣàbí
sọ ó lè jẹ́ òun náà ni only the first conversation tó ní.
òun náà ni ó ní tó bá gbáyọ̀ lè wù mí lóbò ó ní wàhálà tó bá di ọjọ́ kejì tó jẹ́ ọkọ tó pa Mohbad ó ní kọ́kọ́ bastard tó yẹ pé yàrá nìyẹn ni first interview tí màmá kọ́kọ́ ṣe
ààrẹ ni tó máa arrest Wùmí ọlọ́pàá wọn ò ṣètò àti
mò ń bọ̀ jẹ́ ń wá náà.
Wùmí ti di olùjẹjẹ.
ìbá máa ń wo fíìmù náà wọ́n ní wọ́n yẹn máa ń má lágbára ká máa wò lọ.
ohun tẹ́mi ń sọ ni wípé àwọn ọwọ́ mìíràn wà níbẹ̀ yàtọ̀ sí ọwọ́ ìyàwó ọmọ yìí àwọn ọwọ́ mìíràn sì wà níbẹ̀ àwọn ọwọ́ tó wà níbẹ̀ ni ò jẹ́ kán lè arrest ọmọ yìí.
You are very correct. N tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ojú pé tèmi rí. Òun ni pé it's looking like a court-related finish up. Bóyá lady yẹn náà wà ní court yẹn o is another topic. Then they could eventually conclude that tó bá fi lè expose ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan rival court clash ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tó máa lead to loads of bloodshed in the country.
ẹ ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ gangan ni and nǹkan tí Yèyé Kúdí sọ lórí platform wọn gbà yẹn ni wọ́n ní tó bá sọ nǹkan tó ṣe wọ́n ní Lagos State máa dàrú gbẹgẹdẹ máa gbiná ó máa di ọlọ́mọgbọ́mù ẹ.
So ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn pé tó bá fi lè gbé gẹ̀ yẹn òun náà máa padà ka wọn yẹn tó bá dẹ̀ ti sọ ó tún máa lead to the same thing. So ó ṣe pé gẹ̀ yẹn ló lágbára. But the fact remains that.
ẹ̀rín kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé gẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ ló lágbára àwọn pípù yẹn ló ń lò ló fi ń cover rẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ń wò pé tọ́wọ̀n bá cover òun àwọn náà máa wò pé ó lè lọ fàṣírí àwọn ṣẹ́gẹ̀t so they have no choice than to cover up.
àwọn alágbára Nàìjíríà ló wà ń bẹ̀ o.
Kò ń ṣe alágbára Nàìjíríà àní court related kò ṣe kó lágbára àìgbọ́rọ̀ agbára wèrè wo.
mo mọ
àwọn èèyàn bíi cartel.
àwọn tó ń lo Nàìjíríà àwọn tó ń fowó depress àwọn èèyàn kan.
aláwọn kọ́ọ̀tì pàǹtí tó wà nílẹ̀ tọkàn ṣe ládùúgbò àtọ́ mi ń tanra wọn kiri agbára wèrè ẹ̀ mọ̀ àwọn tó lágbára Nàìjíríà dì àwọn tó lágbára gidi ṣe mọ̀ wọ́n ni.
ok court ten sọ ti yé mi.
kóòtù pé because tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn yẹn máa fẹ́ rọrùn padà pé sọ ẹni tó jọ àwọn tó jọ ẹni lélẹ̀ so tó bá dẹ̀ sí go viral.
kọ́ yẹ bá wa wá síta.
gbogbo wọn lọ ní gbogbo tíìmù wọn káàkiri agbára wèrè o.
bí nǹkan tẹ́ ń béèrè yẹn 2023 ní mọ́tì tó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí mo bá ṣe kúlẹ̀ ń sọ yìí mò ń wá mi ò tí mò ń play ẹ̀ mo ti gẹ̀tẹ̀ ṣé rí Wùmí kọ́ ló ní agbára àwọn tí Wùmí tó Wùmí bá dìlé fáwọn ọjà náà ń bà kí Wùmí ò ní agbára kankan.
Wùmí bẹ́ẹ̀ ló against wọn pé
àwọn tó máa kódà máa pọ̀ mọ́mí Àjọlá ẹ má gbàgbé bàbá pásọ̀ ó ní pé tí àṣírí bá tú tán ó ní àwọn kan máa ṣubú àwọn tẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ń wò bí èèyàn gidi ni wọ́n tí wọn kì í ṣe èèyàn gidi ó ní àwọn kan ó ní Nàìjíríà máa dàrú ẹ fi lè máa skátà eré lẹ pé púpọ̀ kò tí ì dé.
bẹ̀tọ̀ nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ tó dá mi lójú bó bá pẹ́ bó bá yá àṣírí yìí ò lè bò kó ń ṣe àṣírí tó máa bù ó lè pẹ́ o ó dẹ̀ lè má lè
bò. ọba kò lè bò lọ títí máa eléyìí ò lè bò lọ títí. ẹ ti débí that one na lie okay which one is truth.
kò sọ fún yín pé December 3rd ni justice of Mohbad ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo ìtọ́sítẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn báwo lọ́ọ́ yẹn fẹ́ pa public lẹ́nu mọ́ kọ́ bàbá fura pé wọ́n cover àrùn kan bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́kọ̀ gbogbo script yẹn jáde tí ogun ọjọ́ wà nú ẹ̀ nísìnyí ìtaṣẹ̀ ṣe yẹn rí pé kò sí ọ̀hún ní 2 ways about it even government bí tó bá ṣẹ́ra tó máa fara gbá.
Mr. Yomi jẹ́rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́sẹ̀ bọ́ọ̀dù tí mo ní kẹ́ lọ play.
kí ló gbọ́ yín? Nice to meet you. Ṣé kí lẹ rí?
ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ní kọ́ lọ wá complain yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tí ìyẹn sábọ̀dù sọ lálàkọ̀kọ́ yẹn.
ṣé gbé ayọ̀ lè Wùmí lóbò ó ń béèrè ṣé òun lẹ ń sọ.
òbò yẹn ṣàlẹ̀ ṣàǹsọ ṣàbẹ̀ bọ́ sọ́rọ̀ òbò.
náà ni ó ní pọ́sì tàbí máa kọ́ bọ́ta ṣe analyst máa kọ́ bọ́ta ṣe nígbà tí ń bá dìkú kó tó wá change narrative náà ṣé òun lẹ ń sọ.
ṣé màmá change narrative ni ìgbà wọn
Many
change
narratives.
narrative.
má
Many
change narrative má
narratives.
pàtí narrative
màmá
o.
change ẹ o.
Many narratives ni wọ́n sọ jáde
ìyá padà
láti fi
change
divert.
totally o ti gbọ́ yín.
ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ òkú Yomi ẹ já gbọ́ òkú Yomi ẹ já sọ̀rọ̀ kankan.
Many narratives ni wọ́n jù jáde. Ẹ mọ̀ pariwo yẹn pọ̀. The entire world was needing kilo pa Mohbad. Steps will not take. Foreign governments. Kó wọ́n bá di pé wọ́n máa kọjá bó ṣe wà yẹn. Bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí. If you able to tell ẹni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan, ẹ gbàgbé pé ẹ má tọ́ra yín, ó máa di nǹkan tí ò yẹ kó di. So they thought they were managing the case then. But the truth of the matter is, they are now about to take advantage of that. Láti fi punish ẹni tó ń wish politically. Because someone kò irinṣẹ́ ní sí
ẹ kí play Yomi mo ti rí mo ń bọ̀. Jẹ́ kí n play ẹ̀.
Ó yẹ play ẹ̀. Tẹ bá play ẹ̀ máa mọ̀ pé òun lè play.
Bàbá Mohbad kò kó ọmọ ṣe. Wọ́n jẹ́ kó jẹ wọn. Wọ́n jẹ́ kó jẹ wọn. Ó sọ kankan. Mo dẹ̀ tẹnu mọ́ nígbà tí bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad. Mo ní wù mí mo tó pàṣẹ. Irọ́ kan tí wù mí pa nínú àwọn pọ́ìntì mò ń pick lọ́dọ̀ gbogbo yín àti lórí Instagram pé nígbà tí ọkọ ẹ̀ ṣàárẹ̀ tán fi pe nọ́ọ̀sì tó wà lórí bed tó agonize pé olówó akéjì ò sí kẹ̀kọ́ fún ẹ̀ nígbà tí nọ́ọ̀sì pé abiyamọ wèrè wo ló sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó tálẹ̀ ó lóun ò sí lọ́dọ̀ nọ́ọ̀sì tí ó yẹ kó ti ọ̀nà tí kò fẹ́ ṣe ń yẹ ọkọ tó bímọ fún you can see that now I'm conclusive because as an investigative blogger I read from the father. Adẹ̀gbọ́bi tí voice
èyí tí mo tún lè lẹ́ẹ̀kan lélẹ̀.
eléyìí kọ́ bí kò sọ pé wọ́n pẹ́yọ̀ lé lóbò nígbà jẹ́ kí n tún wò mí nù. mo ti ń wá mi rí ẹ̀pọ́n máa ń yà wọ́n ṣó máa ń yà wọ́n àwọn fídíò
kọ̀ọ̀kan. ẹ jẹ́ kí n play ilé ẹ jẹ́ n play ilé.
ó sọ kankan ó dé tẹnu mọ́ bàtí bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad.
So loud.
ó ní wù mí mo tó pàṣẹ. wù mí pa àwọn pọ́ǹtì mọ̀ bí gbogbo yín àti lórí Instagram bí nígbà tí ọkọ ẹ̀ ṣàárẹ̀ tó fi pè nọ́ọ̀sì tó wà lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì tó agonize pé ètí ò tí kẹ̀kọ́ fún ẹ̀ sí má ti mọ́ sí bí abiyamọ wèrè wo ló sọ pé òun ìbùkálẹ̀ olóhùn sí lọ́dọ̀ nọ́ọ̀sì.
Same thing kọ́lẹ̀ ń play ni.
ṣé òun lọ play lẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Ok ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún wò mí. Madam Oyikan ó ní kan tí mo fẹ́ tó dàbí pé play tó fẹ́ jọ bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé ìyá ń dárúkọ bíi drọ́ọ̀gì sí ibẹ̀ yẹn ṣé wọ́n kọ̀ tẹ̀ ni ṣáwọn náà sórí péjì wọn gangan ni àbí ìtọ́ ti kọ́.
orí péjì báwọn èèyàn máa kọ́ tí ṣòtọ́ jẹ́ pé tí TikTok ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn èèyàn máa kọ́ tó máa post ẹ̀.
ẹ lè play ẹ̀ padà.
ó kẹ́ jẹ́ kí n túbà lọ wò ń bọ̀.
and lórí ìmọ̀ ẹni tó wà lórí ọ̀dọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n play lè ẹ jẹ́ n play lè. kò láòdù yìí náà ni.
ṣé n play nǹkan ní star ṣàbí. Okay, yeah.
Kò láòdù náà ni.
Kí n play yẹ kí n tún play eléyìí tán ni kí n tún play.
Wọ́n mi ẹ̀mí òtò ọ̀dọ̀ yín.
Mo ní wù mí mo tó pàṣẹ bí sì mo bá jù. Irọ́ kan tí wù mí pa nínú
àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ mi máa play. A lè máa play nǹkan méjì pọ̀.
Nígbà tí ọkọ ẹ̀ ṣàárẹ̀ tán fi pe nọ́ọ̀sì tó wà lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì tó ń agonize pé olùwà kejì ò ṣe kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún ẹ̀ nígbà tí nọ́ọ̀sì dé. Abíamọ gbèrè wo ló sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó dálẹ̀ yìí? Ó lóun ò sí lọ́dọ̀ nọ́ọ̀sì. Tó yẹ kó ti ọ̀nà tí kò fẹ́ ṣe ń yẹ. Ọkọ tó bímọ fún. You can see that now I'm conclusive because as an investigative blogger I heard from the father. Àdẹ̀gbọ́ bíi tí voice ibi tí Wùmí tẹ̀tí kọ́ alẹ́ tìyẹn ti pé Wùmí ní ìgbà tí ìyàbọ̀ náà dẹ̀ máa sọ pé tí ẹ̀dá lọ́wọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀tì máa ti ìgbà ìyàbọ̀ tó pé ìwọ ọ̀dọ̀ mi yẹn tí mo ní tí mo bá tí àgbà tajọ́ ń jiyàn pé báwo lọ́kọ́ ṣe máa wà lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì nọ́ọ̀sì dé ìwọ ìyàwó sọ pé wà kíchìn ò sí ní. Common sense. Ta ló ń jẹun? Okay, nígbà tí nọ́ọ̀sì wọlé ó jẹ okay mo ń ṣe ń jẹ mo fẹ́ kára lè jẹun ọkọ wà ní oúnjẹ àpòrò lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì. Nọ́ọ̀sì stranger ni she is a stranger enter your house to give an injection and you still remain in the kitchen. Nigeria police, I wish you will do this investigation thoroughly without any bias. Ọmọ síkì, nọ́ọ̀sì tó fẹ́ wá kókókókó. Mo ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó kó padà sí kíṣìn. Nọ́ọ̀sì wọnú ilé lọ́lọ́ báwo nìyẹn ṣe ráìmù? Báwo ló ṣe ráì?
Ṣé lè lẹ́yìn sọ? Sísá fún máàtì àforúkọ yín.
Wọn ò gbé kaná pọ̀ sí jìnnà.
Mo ń ṣe nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ká gbọ́ gbogbo nìyẹn but ó ní bí ẹ.
Níbi tí drug yẹn tó ti ní wọ́n fi àwọn lọ́kàṣìfù pa Mohbad ń sọ tí mo kọ́ play tẹ́lẹ̀.
Ẹ wo nǹkan tí mo kọ sísàlẹ̀ ẹ play ẹ lọ sí Aproko blog ẹ play first video tó wà níbẹ̀.
Okay. Ṣé lórí TikTok àbí YouTube?
TikTok.
Okay.
Ẹ kà lísìn sí àwọn bóyá wọn ni.
More hits, more greatness, my bro. May your days be long in peace, bro. More greatness.
Sísá yín jẹ́ tí wá kíní yẹn. Orúkọ wo lẹ ní ká wò yẹn lọ́sítà tẹ̀ ẹ̀?
Wá náà ni, wọ́n ní Aproko blogger, mo fẹ́ wò náà ni.
God bless you, more hits, more greatness, my bro.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n náà lèmi náà ṣe bí
May your days be long in peace,
Aproko
bro.
blog.
I pity some of you that are listening and are believing Esabod blog. Ẹni gbogbo yìí bí kẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ èdè òjò, kẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ èdè rádaràdà. Ẹni sọ bí rẹ̀ pọ́npọ́n.
What exactly can you say?
Any first video àbí? Ó yẹ jẹ́ kí n play ẹ̀.
Mo ní nìyẹn mọ́lọ́pẹ́ wá. Àbú ebè padà fún yín. Ìwọ tó bá wà ní Nàìjíríà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ bóyá fídíò mi nìyẹn máa gbọ́.
ọba yìí ti gbé dànù ìmọ̀ àbẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́.
wọ́n ní court bí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní wípé Mobad wọ́n kàn fi orin bojú ni they are supplying ìwé ẹ̀rọ dáró kékulà rúbò kóró àbíkí tó ń níbo yẹn bí kóló ọ̀nà àbíkí ni wọ́n ń pè bí àtàbà bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ní kẹ́hìndì tó ló mú dúró kí alẹ́ mọ́ tí mo fẹ́ sọ. wọ́n ní bí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ náà nílò ìbò tó máa ń para wọn bẹ́ẹ̀. abúlé ìfẹ́ wọn ló ń control Nàìjíríà wọn lọ́ọ̀rẹ́ Tinubu ní pẹ̀lú in the drug rain. wọ́n ní kódà kí wọ́n ní Tinubu lọ sí Dubai wọ́n ló wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ pẹ̀lú Sam Larry. drugs cartel ọmọ yẹn ó gbé drug láti lọ supply ṣe Colorado kan wọ́n pè kólóòsì àbí nǹkan ní kò ní ṣe Colorado ní tiẹ̀ mọ́ bí akábẹ́rẹ́ owó lórí kẹ́hìndì torí bí Obama mú Colorado ní àbíkí ni wọ́n lo kólóòsì àbí nǹkan wọ́n ní wọ́n gbé dúrọ́ọ̀gì fún wọn ṣẹ́ni gbogbo àwọn pop star tẹ̀ rí yẹn nítorí wọn fi ń yọ Davido máa sọ fún wọn analyse kẹ́ni yẹn fún mi bó dẹ̀ tọ́ sórí bó dẹ̀ tọ́ sí máa pátá àwọn ọmọ yìí mú orin kọ ṣùgbọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ wọnú ọkọ̀ mi wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ bá wọn supply drug wọ́n kàn fi orí yẹn wọ́n fi gbòjú mi. bó tó wọn fẹ́ tọ́sọ́ yẹn tán mo ní ká tó wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ onífújì o tó bá sọ pé onífújì ló wọ́n lò ràwọ̀ ara wọn ni àwọn onífújì ò para wọn tó wọ́n lè má pa wọn lágbàáyé. drug ni wọ́n jọ ń ṣe tí o bá ti lọ fẹ́ tó bá ti di pé wọ́n ní wọ́n sáìn ẹ̀ sínú pákọ́sì drug. ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bàbá
silence is good ẹ káàtó ẹ káàtó.
dàsísẹ́lẹ̀ táwọn ọlọ́pàá kan pè é tá a pariwo síta tí mo pariwo ní Sunday kò yẹ kán sí táwọn ọlọ́pàá sọ pé investigation lè máa gbọ́ àlọ́ lẹ́gbọ́ ẹ̀ lè gbàgbọ́ ẹ̀ lè gbọ́ ààbò kẹ̀kẹ́ tó bá kàn wà Nàìjíríà àwọn employer don't get involved with it tí wọ́n tó ní lọ́pàá yìí kákọ́sọ wọn pa yẹn. wọ́n wá gbé dúrọ́ọ̀bì fún ọmọ yẹn sometimes ago. ẹ̀dẹ̀ báwo iṣẹ́ tó dangerous ní drug ó lè gbé olè gbà ní ìgbà mẹ́tọ̀ máa ní kó gbé lọ fún professor báyẹ̀ fún wọ́n máa fi tọ̀ gun point wọ́n máa gba drug yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọn ní fún wọn ní kọ́bọ̀ ìyẹn ní ilé tó ń lé kiri tó ń parí wọ́n kó ká fowó drug àwọn padà. wọ́n wá ní kí n sọ pé ẹ̀ka ń parí pé àbúrò kiri tẹ̀ dárúkọ yẹn ohun kankan bàbá àṣà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ in conjunction with Tinubu pẹ̀lú Sam Larry. so drug tí ọmọ yẹn bá wọn tà tó gbé fún bí ìmọ̀ pọ́ńtò tó ní wọ́n gbé lọ on gun point wọ́n gbàdúrà pé ọmọ yẹn ò bẹ̀ kò sílé kò síta òní nílẹ̀ tó ń ná wọn kiri yẹn. ṣé wá ní ti Abu Ebel adàfin Abu Ebel náà kẹ̀kẹ́ kórúkọ yẹn lẹ́nu náà gbàgbé Abu Ebel ọ̀rọ̀ drug ni ìwọ tó bá wá lóòní join ẹgbẹ́ iye wọn yẹn ẹgbẹ́ drug wọn ní kì í ṣe ẹgbẹ́ iye school wọn ní màmá kì í ṣe ẹgbẹ́ iye school táwọn máa fi Nàìjíríà gbọgbọn ṣe àwọn cartel torí wọn ń kàlà sọ pé ikú tó pọ̀ yẹn based on drug ni ìgbà tí ó tètè owó drug yẹn ṣe onílé tí wọ́n nílé kiri tó ń pariwo pé wọ́n pe màmá yìí wọ́n pe bàbá yìí dẹ̀ mọ̀ sí wọ́n wí pé ìdáhùn bú bàbá yẹn ìbí ọba wọn sọ̀rọ̀ sí bàbá yẹn wọ́n á rí pé kò yẹ ká jẹ́ ṣe these people tí o bá ti wà ní kápọ́ọ̀sì wọn ebi à lọ sí ṣé ọmọ akókó bàbá tó kú bí gba láì tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kankan yẹn kì í ṣe pé ọmọ yẹn hallucinate kì í ṣe pé ọmọ yẹn hallucinate kì í ṣe pé ọmọ yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ drug tó yẹ pé ọmọ yẹn sùn káàkiri ní nínú tó ń kiri yẹn eventually ó ní wọ́n ṣe bá wọn ní handkerchief wọn fi sọ̀rọ̀ déètì handkerchief wọn lè yí ọrùn I don't know how it is true but ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ní fọ́mántì Nàìjíríà dáadáa. wọ́n ní tòde sáfù wọ́n ní pé tó o bá mu ẹ̀kọ́ kó gẹ́pọ̀ àwọn ọmọ street ni they must enrol you under their cartel. Wọ́n máa enrol you sínú cartel. ìyẹn ló ṣe Zazu tó fi ń nà kiri lókùnmá ìgbé káká Zazu kan ló máa gbà last ṣé mo pé ìṣòro ẹ̀kú ìyàwó náà lálẹ́ iṣẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ mi ti sáì ikú bá délé ní èmi ti sáì abọ́sí pé ikú ọjọ́ ló máa dé kò sí ìtẹ́yìn kàtẹ́lì fi mi ṣe ẹ̀yìn tó kàtẹ́ pèsè tẹ́lẹ̀ fi mi ṣe. Zazu mẹ́tì wọ́n sáìn ẹ̀ lọ́hùn àwọn kò gbá gidi wọ́n ẹ̀rọ lè tó drug ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Zazu ìgbà míì amúgbó máa ń sòtọ́ ìgbà míì amúgbó dẹ̀ máa ń yà wéyé ìyẹn wá yarí fún wọn that was a big lie mama I be tied in the hospital don't tell me I'm lying that's why I'm going to block you if you want to make your comment next time so say that's a big deal you are saying your opinion okay tó bá kú lọ hospital nǹkan ṣé tí yẹn bá kú tí yẹn bá shock náà wọn ni pé lọ sí hospital mo ti block ẹ don't tell me I'm lying you don't have to accept what I'm saying. It's very good for you to tell an adult that she's lying. You can say that is not true. You can say you are lying. No. I don't can tell you what you block it. Allegation also it's a mobile also. Me so me ni mobile. That means so I won't go back to that. I don't can tell you one do like. Ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ ní ó lóun fẹ́ come off the street yẹn Zazu pé igbó tó ń mú gan fún ìbáṣepọ̀ ti dẹ́wọ́ èlò lórí ọmọ yẹn sọ pé orin yẹn lòun fẹ́ concentrate lé lórí ìyẹn lẹ́sẹ̀ rí pé orin ó fi terminate àwọn manager tó sọ àwọn record label ẹsẹ̀ ó wá fìyàwó ẹ̀ gẹ́gàn ló kọ́kọ́ ń lò ó ti ṣe manager fún rẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ rí pé gbogbo ìgbà àwọn ọlọ́pàá gbé wọn gbé dùlẹ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá gbé kí Ebola wá ń lọ ní Nàìjíríà aláwọn ọmọ tó mú orí kọ dáadáa tó o bá ti bá wọn wọnú gúrúùpù yẹn iṣẹ́ tó máa gbóhùn ẹ̀ kò sí tó máa bẹ ẹ rí i pé Naira Marley gan ṣé sáyìn àwọn owó sóyọlá rẹ̀ dúrọ́ọ̀kì ní 24 hours bó ṣe mú ní kọ́tọ́ ibi ìmọ̀ bí ká lọ ní Nàìjíríà nígbà bá ti fi Bárọ̀nù ṣe president kó ṣàbẹ̀wò Bárọ̀nẹ́sì tó fi ṣe drug mọ́ṣá fi tún Nàìjíríà ṣe kò sí tó kàn àwọn boys tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ Tinubu ni kò sí tọ́lọ́pàá máa ṣe sí ikú bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ariwo ló pọ̀ jù ní US ń pa wọ́n náà exactly tó ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà náà it's not only in Nigeria in UK and everywhere even in Dublin tó máa fi lè commit drug yẹn sí wọn lọ́wọ́ meanwhile àwọn kan á pè wọ́n pé wọ́n fẹ́ rà ìgbà míì gan wọn máa ń fi fake money ẹrù pé dollars gidi ni wọ́n fi fake money sanwó igbó yẹn fún wọn àbí drug yẹn fún wọn tó àti pé wọn ò lè ẹni tó gbé yẹn wọn máa rà sí wọn fẹ́ pa. pé kéèsì Mohbad yóò débi kankan tó bá fẹ́ débi kankan ni iṣẹ́ káwọn ṣẹ́ni gbogbo lẹ́tà tó gbé jáde yẹn to shut you people up. Ìgbà tó ti kọ́kọ́ report fáwọn ọlọ́pàá according to the letter we saw on the social media ó yẹ kí bó ṣe kú yẹn ó yẹ kó tẹ̀lé arrest tó wá jíjá ayé tẹ̀lé pé tó máa fẹ́ kájà kẹ́ kó tẹ̀lé arrest for prosecution láti gbọ́ ohun ẹnu wọn. Kí ló dé tí Nigerian police náà ní NDLA tẹ́ gbé lẹ́tà jáde tẹ́ sọ pé kó lọ resume kó gbé padà sí mọ́túrẹ́lì wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà iṣẹ́ ẹmọ tó fún máa ń kì í Nàìjíríà ẹ bá ń gbọ́ oògùn tó ń ṣe sí ni ariwo ọjọ́ kì í pọ̀jọ́ ariwo oṣù kì í kóṣù wọ́n fi ṣe yín wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé tí a bá máa fi sunkún ọ̀sẹ̀ kan ti gbàgbé. Yeah, nothing will happen. Ẹsẹ̀ nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ torí àwọn ọmọ Tinubu làwọn àbúrò àwọn ọmọ Tinubu làwọn Sam Larry àwọn ọmọ Tinubu ní gbogbo wọn. Àsìkò soberness gẹ́gẹ́ bí abiyamọ náà wẹ̀.
ìgbà tí Yasin sọ̀tọ̀ ni ó ti play tán mo ti play tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀ pé tó kákó ti kọ́ ti tiẹ̀ ó máa yàtọ̀ ìgbà tí Yasin sọ̀tọ̀ rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn on the 16th September 6 days tí Mohbad kú lélẹ́yìn ọjọ́ kẹfà tí Mohbad kú ni wọ́n ṣe post yìí wọ́n ṣe show yìí on the 16th September 2023 wọ́n ṣe show yìí.
pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ doctor máa tẹ̀lé 101% until tí n bá rí anything contrary. ṣé ń gbọ́dọ̀ mi ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn yẹn ó pure ó direct and whether we like it or not ohun tó ti lè mú wọn tí wọ́n ti ń bo that extension of a 3-second video pẹ̀lú eré tí ìyá Mohbad ń sá kó tó di pé wá fi tó fárígbà tí nǹkan tó lò wá sí press conference tí ò ṣiṣẹ́ ó fi ní kọ́kọ́ everybody and some things will be coming out very shortly ọmọ ìjọba ẹ má kánjú ẹ fi ọkọ̀ balẹ̀ tọ́lọ́run bá ti ṣe tádúrà wa ti gbà tẹ́ gbàdúrà fún nǹkan tá àfẹ̀mí wa di tá àfẹ̀mí ọmọ wa di ẹ rí i pé gbogbo ohun tó ti bò láti jọjọ́ yìí àti tó ń lo agbára gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ni o àti tọ́lọ́pàá gọ́ọ̀jẹ̀ fún wọn o kedere báyìí ló máa hàn jáde and then the society and the public will now decide ṣáwọn tá fẹ́ tẹ̀lé rè ṣáwọn tá fẹ́ tẹ̀lé rè should the public react or not they will decide at that time àwọn òbí àwọn tó ń sọ pé wọ́n wà mẹ́yẹ ṣé wọ́n ju gbogbo public lọ ṣé wọ́n ju gbogbo Nigerians tó jáde all over the states in Nigeria and key countries all over the world ìgbà ilẹ̀ máa mọ̀ you will know certainly gbogbo kìnnì kan drug kìnnì kan yẹn ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ̀bọ́lẹ̀ ṣé drug ló ní kọ́ máa jà drug ló ní kí driver sọ pé ìjà tẹ̀ ń jà yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ sí ẹ̀ má jà mọ́ ẹ̀ má ìjà yẹn ayọ́yìn is secondary to something ìjà tọ́jà yẹn it's secondary to what happened to Mobad. So
send your request.
So whoever did what they did, n tó lè fa ìjà tí wọ́n ní àdúrà gan fi attack lady yẹn, we will know very shortly. N tó fi fà tó fi gbogbo aṣọ ìjẹ́lẹ̀ tó fi gbogbo ẹlẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá ò ti dà sí nígbà yẹn. N tó fà tó fi gbé lọ hospital méjì tó yẹ kó gbé lọ sí kó lọ sí ìfọ̀mọ́ ọlọ́pàá tó fi pọ̀ ọlọ́pàá yẹn náà. So tẹ́lá sọ pé cartel ni ṣé àdúrà náà bá wọn ṣe cartel nàdúrà ò ṣe nílé rìpọ́ọ̀tì ikú tó pa ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ pókè ẹ lọ sọ fọlọ́pàá àbí dàrúṣà náà ṣe cartel so cartel yẹn wá lágbára débi kọ́ máa ní kọ́ pa Mohbad mọ́ nílé kò dẹ̀ sọ́wọ́ tí wọ́n bẹ̀ wọ́n wá dákẹ́ àwọn cartel tí yóò pa gbogbo wọn tó rí ìgbà tó ń pa so bí cartel ṣe ń pààyàn nìyẹn wọ́n á pa èèyàn lójú àwọn tí yóò kàn bẹ̀ wọ́n á rí kọ́ dákẹ́ tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ wá kọ́ so kò sí ìtò lè sọ pé òkè aláwọ̀ bó tilẹ̀ òkò rí cartel náà lè jẹ́ kí ìyá sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn cartel yẹn máa lágbára gan cartel náà lè jẹ́ kí gbogbo òdìbò ẹ obi cartel náà ló wá ju òkú sí ojú orí Mohbad gbogbo narrative tọ́jú jáde afterwards is to divert it away from the real cause òun ló fi jẹ́ pé gbogbo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ Zomo ọ̀rọ̀ tí driver sọ wọ́n sin òkú wọ́n ṣe gbogbo yẹn ní tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nulẹ̀ these are the people that has a role to play ẹni tó bá wá ń bá wọn lo connection o pé kọ́ gbé kinní yẹn kúrò ariwo tí public pa yìí tó bá fi lè mẹ́ni tó ṣe ó lè fa wàhálà o gbogbo yẹn even though as we speak now n tó ṣì ń líǹkì court mọ́ ni pé bọ̀bọ̀ ó ti tẹ ojú ilẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ gidi ó ti ẹ̀wọ̀n ó gba àwọn orin tó kọ yẹn especially rí tó kọ why is Naira going down yẹn why is Naira going down is a natural reason for anybody to say máa jọ bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ó lè jẹ́ ẹni tó ó lè jẹ́ Naira kọ́ ló rán wọn o but àwọn tó fẹ́ show pé wọ́n lóyà sí Naira pé bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ti bójú aláyé jẹ́ ó yẹ yín and then because gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílé yẹn ṣàṣàní tí ò sínú kóòtù náà bọ̀bọ̀ yìí including àdúrà yẹn gan gbogbo yìí tó sọ kọ́tọ̀kọ́tọ̀ so èmi ò ní ẹ má bòkù lọ́lẹ̀ lóró that's what I will tell you ẹ má bòkù lọ́lẹ̀ lóró they all know the nonsense they did gbogbo rubbish tó ṣe tó gbé lọ tó dóòlà ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ kọ́ wá ọ̀rọ̀ rọ́dọ̀rọ̀dọ̀ wọ́n ṣe kọ́tọ̀kọ́tọ̀ ìjọba àwọn ọlọ́pàá onídọ̀tí náà kan fún wọn leverage when they all know the truth it's not making any sense to me it's not going to make any sense so ẹ gbàgbé kíní kan ló wà níbọ̀ ẹ wo.
Please, can I talk? Good afternoon, Uncle Yomi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Telegram. Okay. Nítorí pé the other time, mo ní reason, and the reason is that mi ò fẹ́ ká stress or this particular video púpọ̀ nítorí pé number one ó ti pẹ́. I think she said that in 2023 kò dẹ̀ bá nǹkan tó ń lọ mu mọ́ ó mean pé is obsolete already. Now cartel ká gbà pé okay cartel ni but history wà àbí story underlying story wà pé wọ́n dúró de nurse for many hours. Sherry kí èèyàn dájú jù bẹ́ẹ̀ kó máa mú anything kó máa fagbáná mi ò fẹ́ mọ bó ṣe jẹ́ junk tó tí ọtí bá dá lójú ẹ̀ within 23 hours tó gbé èèyàn ẹlẹ́ran ara bíi tiẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ dúró pé kí nọ́ọ̀sì fi dé at the same time I don't even want to know how nice you are as individual irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò yẹ kó máa gbé láàrin àwọn èèyàn because this thing we are talking about is pain except tó bá jẹ́ pé immediately làwọn cartel tó ń sọ wọlé pa tí kò sí history nurse ní anywhere. But believe you me, the only sad part of this story is the fact that some people waited for nurse for many hours. We heard that the nurse came from Cotonou. How wicked can a wife, ẹni tí àjọ wà tó jẹ́ pé for better for worse, lájọ sign. How wicked can you be? I still do not understand that part. Kí ni ìdí tẹ́ fi lè gbé èèyàn sílẹ̀ for that long hour, even if we are not looking at anything? Yes, ọkọ ẹ lè máa ṣe business, ọkọ ẹ lè jẹ́ drug person. That's not even my business. My business now is irú èèyàn wo gangan ni wọ́n gan jẹ́ tó fi fò pé tí blade bá géèyàn lọ́wọ́, of course wọ́n máa fi first aid máa wà immediately wọ́n sáré torí pé kó má bàa lose ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó pọ̀ jù within 1 to 3 hours ẹ máa ti ṣe. But tí kò bá, like this person said, there was no nurse, tí kò bá sí nurse perfect mo gbà, but tí tó bá pé there was history or there was story of nurse, then everything is wrong. So we shouldn't push this narrative of drug kinikan. Àwọn tó ń drug ìtàn wá pa wọn ò dúró báyìí pé wọ́n gbébọn sí wọn lọ́rùn pé ẹ̀mí gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ káwọn tó kúrò. Tó bá wá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, tó bá jẹ́ pé nítorí ọrọ̀ ayé, nítorí nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ kó jọ ni wọ́n ṣe dinú, ni wọ́n di ẹnu, ni gbogbo wọn sọ pé they are not ready to talk. Then let's see now. Nítorí one day very soon ọrọ̀ ayé máa báyé lọ. Bọ́rọ̀ ayé ò bá wá báyé lọ, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ kọ́rọ̀ ayé jọ ẹ máa padà náà ni. So let's wait and see. Mi ò fẹ́ ká push ẹ̀. Business, anybody can do business. Kí lẹ sọ, Mr. Yomi?
Ọ̀rọ̀ drug ọ̀kan mẹ́. Is tilting towards domestic violence. Àwọn èèyàn lè wá padà wá parí iṣẹ́ o. Ṣe ritual. But the primary cause which town go lọ from the driver's testimony, violence that has nothing to do with cartel. It's just pure domestic violence. Òun ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ kìíní.
Yes, I get you. There may be business, no problem, but that was
because
right.
Gbogbo ìjà tí wọ́n sọ yìí, driver yẹn ò rí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ pé bóyá ó attack Mohbad mọ́nulé. Kò sẹ́nibọ̀dì tó kọjá lára driver yẹn. Gíláàsì mọ́tò fọ́, violence ló lè débẹ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ bọ́lẹ̀, wọ́n jà ní mọ́tò, violence ni. One bullet, there was a pre-warning. Emma continue violence. 3 hours after, like 1.5 hours after, 2 hours, there was rush out that there is a result of violence. Somebody is bleeding. And into them bleeding was one of those. See, driver, you could be a victim of violence if you guys do not stop. So the person proceeded into the house and they rushed out and said, that one of them is now bleeding profusely. And police said Mobad bled profusely. And at the end of the day, the 3 guys rushed out. We don't know how long they did, how long they went. They rushed in. Into ibi àárín yẹn gangan ni puzzle táwa ṣì wá báyìí. Nígbà tó ń jáde lọ yẹn, ta ló gbé bọ̀? torí pé tó bá jẹ́ pé hospital ni wọ́n lọ ọ̀bùyàn lọ gbé nọ́ọ̀sì wá ni the question which àwọn yẹn they must be charged for something serious nọ́ọ̀sì tẹ lọ gbé wá yẹn kó tó di pé ẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ kó tó di pé ó down ṣé ẹ rò pé ẹni tẹ fẹ́ lọ dóòlà ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ lè ti kú kẹ́ tó dé so who gave the instruction ṣé wọ ìyàwó o fẹ́ deny pé Mohbad bleed in 3 a.m. Now the question is if Mohbad was bleeding 3 a.m. ìwọ àdúrà if Mohbad was bleeding 3 a.m. torí kwaya kan lọ gbé nọ́ọ̀sì wá kí ló dé tí ṣé kò like hospital náà lẹ́sẹ̀ lọ gbé hospital lóru lẹ́sẹ̀ jáde lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lè rush ẹ̀ jáde or was he rushed out that 3 a.m. what is ìyẹn àárín yẹn lè ṣẹ́ táwa ń ṣe lọ́lọ́ and we must tá a bá rí that closure will not help us all of us because tá a bá fi lè jẹ́ kó lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo àwọn èèyàn máa believe pé Nàìjíríà ó lè pààyàn anytime now kò sí kan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀.
So the narrative is that Mobad was involved with a certain group of people and that it's not all about music. And for you to be able to strive and thrive and, for you to be able to survive, for you to be able to, you just have to be part of a certain group. You just have to be involved in certain things. You just have to do certain things. And that's just the narrative that is being talked about. And then this also brings us back to what Karimo told us. And she gave us time, date, and even included people, family members who got wind of this, family members who were connected to this. She talked about how Mobad had a trip and somehow something was placed in the bag of Mobad, and how it was placed, who placed it, when it was placed became a bone of contention. Eventually, he challenged Cynthia and they argued and they fought, and the talk is who placed what in my bag. On his way down to the airport, he felt, as they talk, that something was amiss, like something is not right. He checked his baggage. He had to return back home. Like, why did you put that shit in my bag? Why did you put that in my bag? Cynthia probably kind of like will deny. Like, no, I don't know nothing about this. They had their argument. They had their talk. They had their everything. And the eventuality of it, the eventual of it is that they just had their issue unresolved. Because at that point, even if he had been involved and he doesn't want to be involved or something, or he's like, you have to tell me, who are you working with? Is it Sam Larry or some other people? Like, okay, he doesn't want to carry, let's put it in his bag. When he gets there, he won't even know. And then that's it. They said family members got involved. Cynthia was dealt with even physically for that. So these are some of the things I want to believe that family members are aware. They're aware of some of these things, and maybe to an extent they don't want some of these things to come to light. But it did come to light, sort of, kind of. Are we going to now fault Mobad for such? This is basically what goes on. This is what majority of them do. We now have issues of substance abuse. Seriously, it's been there though. It's not like it's a new thing. It's been there, but it became rampant. It became easily accessible for, let's say like 12, 13 years now. It became easily accessible. It started becoming, people started thinking of what they could take in, consume, that will put them in a different state. And that's how Nigeria used to be like highway for such substance. But now it has become a stopping point, because all of a sudden, certain generation of Nigerians, the Gen Z as they are called, decided developing interest in getting themselves into a space that they should not be. So Mobad probably somehow must have gotten into such. Maybe, we don't know. We cannot be too sure. So this is the narrative, and talks about certain person is in charge. He knows how, talks. It's not like these things don't exist. It does. These things happen. Like, how is this guy able to get this? Talks like maybe this is what he does. That's how he has been able to get money into real estate. And that's Abu Ebel, that our guest. It's about this kind of like linking the dots together. Like, okay, these guys, they've gone to South Africa or somewhere. They've run certain things and they are still in control of some few moves here and there. And they have used the money to establish themselves like into real estate. If not, what is the business that they do? How are they able to achieve and attain all of this? Is there something? Can we just question? Did they take a loan? Or as long as money is there, don't ask the person how the person got it. Because maybe you also want to get yours, So we can't really say, because it's not everyone that has to be involved in some kind of crime. Because you don't know the source of someone's income and they kept it quietly, does not mean that they are involved in crime. Doesn't really mean that they are involved in crime. Success can come in different form. And when I mean success, I mean financial success can come in different form. It doesn't have to be. It might be that you just got the opportunity. Maybe you were able to like transact, or you're able to do one or two things here and there, and you are diligent, you saved, and you got the right opportunity, and your investment yielded more. And from that point, you kept on and on becoming large. It could be too. But about the involvement of Mobad and what could possibly have caused his demise, if certain people were unhappy and they had instructed Cynthia or someone, like, let us unalive him. But you heard what Yomi Fabi said, like, wait, we can't keep on certain narrative. It could be that certain persons have told certain persons to start pushing out certain narrative without proof or evidence, just to deceive members of the public, redirect. The thing about the demise of Mobad, it might be that, oh, he's involved in certain things, but the thing is that it's an internal issue. Mobad is not that big. What is he peddling? Not because they can't cancel each other, but I mean, the issue of Mobad is internal. It is an issue of, I think if you listen to his lyrics, it's an issue of a boy who was supposed to be connected to the covenant of his birth, and he knows, not because the grace still is not there. Some of his lyrics, he will say, oh, I have entered into the world, now I am using hard substance. He sang it in his song, and he said, Daddy, I'm sorry, this and that, I have become this, so I've become wayward, I've become this, I've become that. But regardless of that, there are people who have done worse. What has he done? There's nothing, I don't say anything extraordinary that he has done. The point, the thing is that he allowed himself to be led like a goat, like a lamb to the slaughter. And this basically this is just how it works. And when you have lost contact, you've lost connection to your root or to your source, and even your daddy too is dependent on you, and the worst would be people you associate with. The worst would be the woman that you are with. Can we say that Cynthia is the best woman for Mobad? From all looks, from everything, from all indication, no. That's where the problem is. Like, that person, that woman, that man that you associate with at the end of the day, apart from friends that you roll with, the worst is the one that you spend intimate moments with. It will not just be a snare, not just a trap. It's a serious issue. A very serious one at that. So when I look at it, I worry a lot. I worry a lot. about the indecision of Mobad. We even here talks about how certain persons come, and I heard from Mobad, but they said he's not the kind of person that believes too much in spiritual insight. Probably being told, oh, this is what we saw that can happen and all of that. And this is a man who goes to, the kind of denomination he belongs to is the type that they dwell on such things too. Like, oh, they saw this, they saw that, and whatever. Maybe because he has been told several things that didn't come to pass in his life. So he says it's not someone that wants to dwell on that alone, which is fine. But there are certain warnings that you don't even need. Like, look, but he did say he tried his best to disassociate these two people. Maybe it will help. Mobad kept looking for what was not lost. Was he trapped? Was his heart, body and soul sold to Cynthia? But looking at Cynthia appears from a foundation, appears to be that kind of child that'll be running, very wild, running from pillar to post, to entrap a man, to do this juju, to do that and that and that, and it's so sad. It is so, so sad. And another thing I observe is that Mobad is not proud of his father. Mobad was not proud of his father. How, you might ask? If your father is a singer and you're also a singer, and you and your father, you're supposed to do a tape, a song, and after you guys did the song, you told your father, you know what, let me take your voice away and put it into instrument. Come on. How bad can your father's voice sound when he taught you how to sing? Or you felt like, no, I don't want it to be too real. He wasn't too proud of his father. He didn't see his father because, he was rating his father on that scale of success. So these are some of the things that everyone needs to learn. But if you are still this Gen Z, or you're learning, and even adults too, some people are still making mistakes. They are not deep thinkers. So he wasn't too proud of daddy. And when you're not too proud of your daddy, which suggestion or advice will daddy give to you that you want to take? So there are a lot of things that we can pick, join them together to shape, to create a form, a shape. It speaks volume. It will tell us why certain decisions was made, why certain actions was made, why certain persons associate with certain kind of women, why with all the red flags and all that you have seen, you are still stuck to that person, sort of like you're unwilling to live unless something strong happens. And in the case of Mobad, it was RIP. It was RIP. Consistent, continuous fight, injury, calling the nurse, calling this, all their faces swollen. Not healthy. There was no time he sat down and said to himself. He has manipulated himself, and he got someone else to manipulate him too. And I know that the industry belongs to what they do. This is the kind of life that is associated with it. So it can be very difficult. And if you are someone whose mind is locked down to a woman in a kind of way. And the thing about this thing is that it is so mysterious. You are with this lady, red flags, she's not good for you. Now, it doesn't stop you as a guy trying to still meet some other women. But this particular one, you just don't know why. It's like you just don't want to lose this one. And this person is not good. Is it that you are embracing the problems this person offers to you? Or is there something the person does for you that you are like, okay, I think this person does it better? All the other women, I'm not getting it like that. What exactly can it be that will make a man be with a woman whose modus operandi is to go and lodge somewhere 3 days if you guys have some kind of issues? Not because you guys don't hide. Of course, I'm not saying Mobad is a perfect person. Mobad is not perfect. He's not. But, there are certain women that you should not have children with. Okay, you are dating, fine. because you just don't know why you are locked down to that person. But there are certain women you should not, you cannot, you should never, you don't want to, you dare not, you should not ever have children with them. So somehow Mobad did what he did, pregnancy came into it and blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's not my child, it's my child. Till today, we still have that bone of contention. And now we are looking at family. Why is the family lying? Why is the family not lying? Why is the family acting this way? Why is the family not acting this way? Why are they talking this way? Why are they insincere? Oh, why is the government? Why is the private autopsy? What about toxicology? Who paid who? Who didn't pay who? Where's the money? Everything all muddled up. The thing is, if care is not taken, this is how it will all end without any answer. And what lessons have you learned? I think one lesson that you should learn from everything is to guard your life with everything that you have. Guard it. Don't joke with it for one moment. Let it be the most important to you. Because when there is life, there is hope. At least you can amend. You can reposition yourself. Look at Mobad. Can he reposition himself? Can he unlearn? Learn? Can he? There's nothing he can do. It's gone. That's the end of it. When he was mounting the ladder of success, he got cut short. And now family members are waiting on royalty and money. That's all that matters to them. Some of them saw him as a source of next level. Financial freedom. Emancipation. That's all that he represented. It's so sad. So terrible. I don't know what you think about all that you have heard. Different opinion, divergent views.